I'm going to get you to do it again without your last name.
Sure.
Sorry.
No problem.
What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Ryan, and I run a video game development company. Yeah, so I, again, just always wanting to do this. I pursued information. How do you even do it? You can't ask the average person, how do you go make video games? So I had to, talk to people and kind of pick up little bits here and there. But finally, I went to the University of Waterloo in Ontario to study computer programming, because then at least I could sort of, build the games, on my own. Typically how it'll work is I'll come up with an idea of what I think is cool. And I'll do the programming to kind of do a prototype, and I have like an art director, and so then he'll kind of do some art. Yeah, the kind of amazing thing about video games in particular is that just from an idea in your head, you create this world that can be experienced and seen and played and heard and enjoyed. And in a lot of ways, this is sort of reflective of God as creator, right? God presumably had the thought to create the universe, and he created it out of nothing. I think it does. And the way that culture engages with people has always been a really big factor in how people see the world around them. Certainly when we think about movies and books and music, this is obvious, right? People sort of bring in all these cultural ideas through the media that they consume. When you're making a game from scratch, you have a blank slate. So you really have to think about what you're going to be adding and creating every step of the way. Some people have said to me, if you want to appeal to people, add in more, like blood and sex and this and that. And it's just like that, I'm never going to do that ever. And so, that really comes into it, right? We're creating, but I sort of put limits on myself and my team. The thing is like the average person's experience with most aspects of culture, video games included, will be things that are not very God-honoring. And so I do think it is sort of important to have sort of a voice in that world that shows like actually there is a different way, there is a better way. I always remember in my grandparents' church. It was kind of a small church, but when you were leaving the church, they had a big sign that said, "You are now entering your mission field." The idea being like when you exit the church door, wherever you go in your life, to your work, to your home, wherever, that's your personal mission field, right? The people around you are the people that you're ministering to, just like a missionary would if they go to a specific geographic location. And so for me, I always try to remember that in my workplace, it's not a Christian workplace, so to speak, right? It's not the typical Christian mission field, so to speak. But the people there are the people that I'm serving as sort of a missionary to gamers or game developers. It's sort of that unique little niche that God has put me in. And I think everyone in their own kind of unique jobs.